Everyone keeps saying the US job market is strong, but the real numbers tell a very different story, as the job market is entering one of its most challenging phases in years. And if you've been feeling like jobs are harder to find, interview calls are slower, or salaries aren't moving, trust me, you're not the only one. In this video, I'm breaking down what's actually happening inside the US job market. Massive layoffs, hiring freezes, AI's impact, in the simplest way possible, so that you can make informed decisions in a rapidly changing labor landscape.
On paper, everything looks okay. Unemployment rate still under 4%. Companies say they're hiring, job postings still exist. But when you look closer, the job market is cooling faster than you think. The longest government shutdown in US history has delayed release of the Labor Department's employment report for September and October. So without that data, it's hard to get a clear view of the jobs market. Various metrics show the US labor market appears to be plodding along, with a sharp slowdown in hiring and scattered signs of an increase in layoffs. According to data released by Challenger, Gray & Christmas, US-based companies announced 153,074 job cuts in October, which is the highest number of layoffs since 2003. This represents a 183% surge from September's 54,064 cuts and a 175% increase compared to October 2024. This adds up to a total of 1,099,500 job cuts in 2025, a 65% jump compared to the same period in 2024, and the highest level since COVID pandemic. Those laid off are finding it harder to obtain new positions, which could further loosen the labor market, said Andy Challenger, workplace expert and chief revenue officer for Challenger, Gray & Christmas. ADP, a payroll processing company for more than 26 million US employees, reported that private employers added 42,000 jobs in October, showing slight improvement but continued weakness in hiring, whereas data from workforce analytics company Revelio Labs showed only 9,100 jobs were lost in October, with government payrolls declining by 22,200 positions. Announced layoffs jumped 37% to 43,600 last month, Revelio Labs said. Separately, the Chicago Federal Reserve estimated the unemployment rate climbed to 4.36% in October. The jobless rate for workers aged 20 to 24 in August was 9.2%. Employers have announced only 488,717 planned hires through October 2025, a 35% decline from the more than 750,000 that were announced this time last year, the lowest since 2011. So the picture is simple. The job market isn't collapsing, but it's quietly cooling down.
Let's talk about layoffs, the part nobody likes to discuss openly. But here's the trick. Companies aren't calling it layoffs anymore. Instead, you'll hear words like restructuring, simplifying operations, streamlining teams, efficiency improvements. Tech companies, including Apple, Amazon, UPS, and several others, are cutting the most number of job cuts, jumping from about 5,600 in September to over 33,000 in October. Retail stores are also struggling because of higher costs and changing shopping habits, leading to almost 89,000 job cuts this year, which is much higher than last year. Services like cleaning, staffing, and outsourcing cut nearly 2,000 jobs in October and over 63,000 this year as demand slows. Warehousing saw a huge rise in layoffs, cutting almost 48,000 jobs in October alone, mainly because companies are using more automation and don't need as many workers. Consumer product companies cut over 41,000 jobs this year due to lower demand, and nonprofits cut over 27,000 jobs because of government funding issues as well as rising costs. Even media and news companies are reducing staff with 26% more job cuts this year compared to last year. According to tech market intelligence firm Unearth Insight, as many as 500,000 white-collar software workers could be laid off over the next 2 to 3 years, with approximately 70% of those layoffs affecting workers with 4 to 12 years of experience. It's not a sudden crash, it's a slow squeeze. And for workers, that's even scarier.
A lot of people think AI alone is taking their jobs overnight. It's not. Instead, the whole hiring picture is changing in a huge way. Here's what's actually happening. DOGE impact is still the main reason companies are announcing job cuts in 2025. So far, it has been mentioned in about 293,753 planned layoffs. This includes direct job cuts in federal government jobs and companies that work for the government. Another 20,976 layoffs happened because of DOGE downstream impact, which basically means private companies and nonprofits lost federal funding and had to cut jobs. In October alone, cost cutting was the #1 reason for layoffs, causing 50,437 job cuts. Artificial intelligence, AI, was the second major reason, leading to 31,039 job cuts as companies reorganized and used more automation. Overall this year, AI has caused only 48,414 job cuts. Market and economic problems led to 21,104 layoffs in October, adding up to 229,331 for the year. Closing stores, offices, or factories caused 167,319 cuts in October and 161,391 so far. Companies are adopting AI to cut costs instead of hiring. Now AI is capable of solving routine tasks in seconds, especially customer support, data entry, editing and content, simple analytics, coding assistance, HR screening. The job you wanted might still exist, but the company no longer needs 5 people for it.
So the job market is not dying, it's shifting. A collection of industries are still hiring workers. There is a sign of resilience in the healthcare space. Why? Because the US population is aging faster than the system can handle. Healthcare added around 55,000 jobs in the last month alone. Job openings, 1.8 million plus. This sector is expected to grow by plus 15% to plus 18% through 2030. There's a massive shortage of tradespeople, especially electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, welders, automotive technicians in America. Job openings, 450,000 plus. The demand is expected to rise 6 to 10% through 2030. These jobs cannot be automated by AI, which makes them extremely future-proof. Cybersecurity is one of America's biggest talent gaps. 750,000 plus unfilled cybersecurity jobs in the US. Demand is expected to grow 33% per year. This field is exploding because every company, big or small, is now online. AI isn't killing tech jobs, it's shifting them upward. Here's what's growing. AI engineers, demand up 21% YOY, machine learning specialists, plus 17%, data analysts and scientists, still strong at plus 8%, crowd engineers, plus 10%. However, entry-level tech hiring is down 30 to 40% because AI can handle beginner work. Businesses are more cautious with who they hire, how much they hire, and in some cases, proceeding with strategic layoffs. Here's what you can expect over the next year. Hiring will stay slow, companies will prefer multi-skill employees, AI adoption will accelerate, job switching will become harder, promotions will take longer, more people will work multiple income sources, competition for quality jobs will increase. This doesn't mean it's doom and gloom. Finding a job won't be impossible, but you'll need to bring more skills to the table. The US job market is showing some major shifts, from layoffs in tech to slowing hiring across major sectors. But what does this mean for the economy, for inflation,
and for your money. The Federal Reserve has been closely watching the recent cooling in the labor market. Job growth has slowed and wage pressures are easing, signs the Fed sees as progress in its fight against inflation. Officials have hinted that a softening job market could reduce the need for more rate hikes, but they're not ready to declare victory yet. The Fed's main concern is finding balance, cooling inflation without triggering a major rise in unemployment. So, the next few job reports will play a critical role in shaping when and how soon rate cuts might begin.
The job market isn't crashing, it's rebalancing. But how this balance plays out will decide the Fed's next move and the direction of the US economy in 2025. And the people who adapt early, the people who upgrade their skills, the people who understand where the market is moving, those are the ones who will survive and thrive in this new economy. Stay tuned, because what happens next in the job market could change everything from your paycheck to your portfolio. If you want more simple breakdowns like this, hit subscribe.